Hi everyone, this is Professor E. So we will continue discussing the features of Microsoft Word. In part one, we talked about the basics of creating new documents, saving, and then changing, just basically applying basic formatting. So in today's lecture, we're going to be doing a few things. We're going to start with changing the format to three-column format. It's like a newspaper or brochure kind of style when you have two or three columns. So sometimes you need to change the format to three or two columns. How do you do that? The first thing you need to select your text. I'm using like random text here. So you select it because when you select, now the program knows what section of the document you want to change. And then you are going to go to layout and then click on, and then here you choose whether it's two or three. So we're going to choose three columns. As you can see right here, I can apply double space or 1.5. Okay, so as you can see right here, now this is three columns. And then I'm going to separate them into paragraphs. So as you can see right here, I have some subtitle. So I'm going to separate them. And then I'm going to make the subtitle bold. So I'm just going to use the shortcut, which is Control B. So that's the first one. That's the second paragraph. I have another one right here. Expanded store hours. I'm going to make it bold as well. And what else? I have another one, rifle day. Rifle app updates. So I'm going to select it and make it bold as well. Okay. There's something else also I'm going to try, which is basically called the drop cap, is to make, and that's very common in newspaper and brochure, which is make the first layer stand out, like make it big, so it will look different. So how do you do that? So you select the first layer, in this case it's B, so you select it, and then you go to insert, and you can see drop cap, so you select this and then drops. You can see now it looks much better now. So we're going to apply it for the first layer of each paragraph. So we have this paragraph right here. So I'm going to select O and then do the same thing, drop cap and then drops. And then I'm going to use this one also, A. So select A and then drop cap, drops. Okay. You can change the size if you want to. And then I'm going to use this D right here. That's the last paragraph. Drop cap and then drops. Okay. So now we have this three column, and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to change this format right here. So I'm going to select this, and then also I'm going to go to border and shading, as you can see right here, borders and shading. And then I'm going to apply maybe box or shadow, whatever you like. And then choose the style. I'm going to choose this style. And this is the color if you want to, and this is how thick, like the width of that. And then which one I'm going to apply it only to the top and the bottom. So I'm not going to apply it to the sides. And then click OK. See, now it looks better. Okay. Now, after learning about the three column, now let's talk about how do we create table. So let's say I want to create a table that has this information, as you can see. So to create a table is very simple. You go to insert and then you click table, and then either you pick how many rows and columns from here, or you can just click on insert table. So we have 7 rows. So I'm going to change that number to 7 and then 4 columns only. And then click OK. So that's going to create the table. Now to make it easy and fast, I'm just going to select the entire column like this. Can you see when you see like a little arrow, pointing down? So I'm going to click. So that's going to select the entire column. And then I'm going to paste it here. So as you can see, I'm going to do the same thing. Once it shows as a little arrow pointing down, then I'm going to select or click. That's going to select all the cells and then Control V, so I can paste the information in there. And then I'm going to do the same thing for all of them. So this is the second column, as you can see, select, and then select the second column. And then the third one, 1992. Control C, and then select the column, Control V, and finally 1993. Same way, select, and then you paste. Okay. Now I can add one more. The easy way to add one more row is by going to the end and then hit the tab key. So this would add one more. Another way is just select the last one and then insert row below. So that's also. So let's say I want to calculate the total. There's an easy way to calculate the total. Especially Microsoft in Excel, it's easier, but in Microsoft Word, there's also an easy way to calculate the total. So make sure that you insert, like the cursor, make sure the cursor is in the cell where you want to calculate the total. And then you're going to go to formula. You select formula right here. You click on it, and then automatically it says sum. But sometimes you may want to do something different, like other than sum. So by default, it's the sum, as you can equal sign sum above. Above means all the numbers above. And then here you can also specify the number format with the $sign and click OK. See? And do the same thing for the rest. So formula, if you don't have, make sure you select, make sure the cursor is in the right place. And then the number format, and then click OK. And finally, the same thing, formula, number format, click OK. Now, what happened if you make some changes? Let's say this for vending machines, let's say I made a mistake, it's not 6,000, it's 7,000. Now, this total is not accurate. So how can I make sure it is accurate? So it has to be updated. So to do that, just right click. And then can you see right here, update field. So when you click on it, it's going to recalculate and then gives you the accurate total. Okay. And now, how do you make changes to your table? You can add more. For example, if you want to add one more column, just make sure you select the column. And then depending whether you're going to add it to the left or to the right, as you can see right here, insert column left, insert column right. Okay. If you want to add between, let's say, between 91 and 92, you want to add one more. So make sure you select one of them. It doesn't matter which one. Now, if you select 1991 column, then you have to add it to the right. So we have to put insert column right. Now, if you select 1992, then you have to click on insert column left. Okay. Now, the same thing if you want to add another row, the same thing, you select the row. You don't have to select it actually, you just have to place the cursor somewhere in that row. And then you can do the same thing, insert row either below, see that, or above. See that? Okay, we're just going to undo this. All right, and then you can also merge. Okay, let's say for whatever reason you want to merge two columns, you can select, like let's say I want to merge this one into one, and then you click on merge cells. See that? So you don't want to do that now, but I'm just showing you how you do that. Another thing that I'm going to show you also, sometimes you want to convert a text to a table in easy way. So the easy way is make sure first they are separated by some kind of separation. Like here, they're separated by comma, right? Food, amount, and cost, they're all separated. So the program knows where to stop, okay? So you select, you can see right here. So it looks like we have 3 columns here, the food, amount, and cost. Everything is 3 elements. And then you go to insert, and then you go to the table, and then can you see here, convert text to table. And then you basically specify, by default, it's already there, number of columns 3. If it's not the right one, right number, by default, it will be the right number. But in case there is a difference, make sure you count how many columns, and then you place it here, and then click OK. See, it's much easier to do that. Okay. All right, I hope this lecture makes it easy for you or you find it useful. If you have any questions, like always, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you.